Right, so obviously with the footage just now, we've not been able to really see too much exactly on how I've got it set out, but hopefully I've got it laid out kind of in a way that it's going to make it a little bit easier to understand. Again, I'm going to the schematic that you get with the eBay auction, which again I'll put up, is okay to follow, but there's one thing that it doesn't really kind of explain too much, and if you try to wire this in straight thinking the way it should be done, you're probably going to cause it some damage, but I'll just go through it. So you've got your normal power supply, so positive and negative, pretty much straightforward, so that goes in. I've used a chock block here, but I will probably be cutting this out, but it gives me an ability to show that the power supply, it'll go into three places. One, the power supply will go out to the board to power it itself, and the next two parts that it's going to power is one direct to the camera and another one direct to the screen, so that via this one. So I don't know whether you can make out, so I've got my black cable here which goes to the screen, got my red going into there, so all those three wires from the board, the screen and the camera all go in to connect to the positive here. The second one is your negative. The negative, the only connection that you've got to do for the negative is connecting the negative to the board on this part here. So your two wires, literally, that effectively straightforward connects to these wires here. The confusion side that might come along, but it didn't actually pose too much of a problem, is your black wires. The black wires and your yellows go direct into the corresponding connectors on the DVR here. So on the one on, depending on which way you look at it, if you've got the SD card towards you, the one on the right hand side will go and connect to your camera, and then on the one next to that, that goes to your screen. So you have video in from here, going video out to here. So again, if I switch to the camera on, you'll see in a second it'll boot up and it'll point out that I haven't got an SD card. Total blooper, but that's not a problem. It does still work, just telling you to insert the SD card. I'm not going to do that whilst it's in flight. What I'll do is I'll just take my SD card, take it out. One thing whilst I'm doing this, just to give you a heads up, is it doesn't seem to like an SD card that is greater than 16 gigabytes. Don't ask me why. I had a 32 gigabyte card earlier and it didn't work at all. So I've got this so it will record straight from the off. So there we go. So that's now recording. There's no real lag. The one thing is I will put some footage up of the one, well, not earlier, but in another test what I did. The one thing I do see, and I can't stand it at the moment, there is some pixelation that does come through. So the quality is not as good as the Angel Eye, and I'll keep on saying that, but for price wise it's not too bad. I've got another DVR coming, so we'll see how that goes. So that's the schematic at the moment. Again, I'm just going to put an image up. By all means pause that image and see if you can follow it along. If you've got any questions, by all means ask me, but yeah, it's not turning out too bad. Okay, thanks a lot.